Whew. Good morning. Okay, so pick up from where I left off. Yesterday, I realized as I was coming to my second home, it was a little hard. I figured that was a great place to stop because I don't know if you all know this, but I became emotional. And I'm not saying I don't want to be emotional. Feelings are feelings, and I don't like to hide them. But I needed to contain them at that time so that you all could honestly hear everything I was saying without the emotion. So I decided that I needed a distraction. So today, you all are going to go on a walk with me. Um, I take this walk every morning. It's a 6 mile walk. However, today we're not going to go fast paced because then you all would have to hear me breathing. And I'm telling you, I'd be like, whew, them little hills, the little inclines, they are real. Okay. Um, and it gets hot. I'm in Texas. And so as the time continue to keep going, it gets hot. Yes, it's September. It does not matter. It is still hot. Today is really nice though. So, nice breeze. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my first mile with you all because I have to pick it up. It'll take me about at this pace about 24 minutes to do a mile. That's too long. So um, I'm gonna do the first mile with you all this way. Okay. So here we go. I am now 9 years of age, and I am moving in with my mother, my biological mother. Now, let's make sure we understand something. There are things that happen with my godmother that, bothers me. Trauma is trauma. Children have a way of protecting themselves the same way as adults. And so we will push things down and forget them because that's how the brain works. It's not going to allow me to continue to keep going through the same pain. So whatever way that it can protect us, it will. So you forget things. It's called amnesia, the association, amnesia. So I de-associated a lot of things as a child, and I had to relearn those things. I didn't really relearn them. What happened was I would smell, see, but it was basically my smell. I would smell things and I would be taught, I would be brought back to that place um, of things that would happen. Or I would hear a song, which was crazy. I don't know how often I would hear a song and remember where I was at that time or what was happening at that time or who was present at that time. I would hear that. But my smell was the strongest. And I think we all know that the smell is the strongest. So I found out things that way as I became older of some of the things that had happened as far as the sexual acts. Um, Once again, they didn't, good morning, they didn't cause a lot of problems that I've noticed, like some of the other things. But they did, right? They did. And we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So let's go on. So now I'm living with my mother. She comes, she picks me up, and we drive to Riverdale, Illinois, from Chicago, Illinois, which is like 25 minutes, not far at all. I'm excited. I'm leaving. I think everything is going to be great. I do remember believing that things were going to be better there because I was going to be with my mama. Um, and I remember walking in and putting my bags down and her helping me, and my little brother helped me. My little brother became my best friend. He still is my best friend. I love him. Um, helped me put my stuff up. We just basically brought it in the house, right? She had a 3 bedroom. Um, and so the girls shared the bedroom and the boys shared a bedroom. And I had to have somewhere to put my stuff. We didn't really have anywhere to put it. And so we figured it out, right? My mother is married now to my stepfather, and he likes to bowl. She likes to bowl, so they will go bowling, had these bowl leagues and all this other good stuff, right? I was the oldest out of me and my younger brother, of course, and his 2 older ones. And so my oldest brother played football and he hung out, so he wasn't at home a lot. My sister is the oldest of all of us, so she wasn't at home a lot. But it was just me and my younger brother. And so my first introduction to this house and my mother was when we took my stuff in the house. And I'm laughing when I say this because, I mean, that woman was a motherfucker. That's the easiest way to say it. She was, she just, I hold nothing against her. I don't. She lost her mother at 14, pregnant with my sister, had her when she was 15. She did this on her own, no help. Her older siblings were supposed to, help her. Moved her from Tennessee to Illinois, and she basically, good morning, she basically did it on her own. She was figuring it out, and somebody took her in and tried to give her the best of what they could. But prior to that, she still had to get to that place first, right? And so I don't hold nothing against her. I don't. I don't. She was surviving. That's what she knew to do. She knew she had to do. She had her children. We never been homeless. Lights, gas, water has never been off. Refrigerator has never been empty. And we've never not had clothes on our back. That's what she knew. That's what love was to her, was being able to supply those needs. And that's what she did. That's what she did. I don't hold it against her. She did everything with an iron fist. She worked out of fear because she was afraid. And she felt like if fear can stop her from doing things, then it will stop us. So she thought putting fear into us was greater than putting knowledge into us. So she did everything with an iron fist. So now, with that being said, They cleaning up. I don't clean up. I've never had to clean up. I failed to mention that for the majority part of my life, I was the only child. Good morning. I was the only child. I lived in a duplex with my grandmother, my mama, and my daddy. I have an older sister where she lives with her mother. So I'm the only baby there. I'm the only child there. I don't wash dishes. I don't clean bathrooms. I don't sweep. I don't mop. I don't comb my own hair. I don't get my own clothes out. I don't even walk myself downstairs to go to bed. My daddy carries me. My mama would carry me to bed. I don't know nothing about cleaning up. But I'm about to learn. I'm about to learn. And how I learned was a Saturday morning, which happened to be the very next day that I moved in. Um, my mother said, because I was looking like, what y'all doing? Why the kids up moving? Why y'all not coloring and watching cartoons, eating y'all cereal? What's going on? She said, let me tell you something. In this house, we wash motherfucking dishes. We clean motherfucking toilets. And when I say we, I don't mean me. She says, so don't make me tell you that shit no more. Okay. Those was her exact words. I never, ever, 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 ever forgot them. She don't curse now, y'all. Let me just tell y'all that. I tease her all the time because she done got older. So now she's trying to go to heaven. So she don't curse no more. She don't curse no more. Um, so that was my introduction that I clean up. And she doesn't clean up for me. So it was my night to wash dishes also. Mind you, I'm new there. Good morning. I'm new there. I don't know. I've washed dishes before, but not like for 10 people. Because my mama always had a lot of people in her house. She made room for everybody. I see where I get the heart from, right? Wanting to take care of people and help people and cater to people. And that's what she do. So I wash dishes. I ain't washing right. Remind you, she's iron fist. I've been there a day, maybe a couple of hours. And I'm asleep. And the dishes were dirty. They wasn't cleaned properly. And I remember feeling sting, hot, stinging feelings on my back. And I jumped up out of my sleep because I was sleeping. And she said, bitch, my dishes ain't clean. She whooped me all the way down the stairs with an extension cord. I know somebody's going to say that was a beating. We got through it. It is what it is. She said, you don't mess up my dishes. You clean my dishes. She took every dish that was in that kitchen out, and I had to wash it. And I did. At that moment, what was happening was I was learning how to not survive. I learned how to wash dishes. I can wash dishes. I don't care how many dishes I have. I've never used a dishwasher. I've never. Okay, I have a dishwasher in my house now. I don't even know how to operate. I don't even know how to open up the door. I've never used one. I can wash dishes in under 30 minutes if I had a room of 30 people and wash them well. Lesson learned, Rube. I got you. So that was my introduction. That in here, you're not a princess. In here is real life. In here, you'll do what I say or I beat your ass. If I'm having a bad day, I'll beat your ass. If I feel like you gonna do something, I'm gonna beat your ass. If you talk when I talk, I'm gonna beat your ass. Grab this belt, that extension cord, whatever she was hitting you with, she put it down and she made sure you felt it. Because she was most definitely gonna beat your ass. Good morning. So now, I don't realize my attraction for boys because I'm a girl, right? But I don't realize until I get older that I had a hyper sexual attraction to boys. I wasn't no one had sex. Didn't even didn't even know yet still what sex was, right? But I knew that boys gave me attention. And here I'm in a place with this woman who's not giving me any attention. And I'm pretty spoiled because my mama and my daddy, my grandmama gave me all the attention. And everywhere I went, I got all the attention with the people that they were around. So I'm pretty spoiled. So now here I am with this woman. I'm not getting any attention. And I'm actually got to give attention. Like, I got to cater to her feelings. I got to take care of her. I got to wait on her. Morning. I have to do for her. Like, it's different. So I noticed myself gravitating more towards the boys. It wasn't sexual. It was just I knew that they would give me attention. See, the trauma of the past made me feel like that was good. I didn't realize it was bad. One day, my mother and my stepfather and my sister went to a bowling league, and my little brother and I was at home, and we were outside having a water fight. Now I had on a long T-shirt. I had shorts on underneath it. I did have on a long T-shirt, and it was a white T-shirt. And so we're having a water fight, and the young man next door was as I look back over it, was a respectful young man. He didn't do anything bad, or he didn't harm us in any way. He wasn't flirting or touching or doing anything inappropriate to me. He seen me as a little girl, and he conducted himself as a young guy. So now my mother come home, and it is um, water on the floor. So I'm about 10, just turned 10, and it's water on the floor. And I remind you, it's me and my brother outside playing. And we hear her come in the house, and at this point, she has installed a sense of fear into me. And so I hear her coming, and I instantly go to get the towels to run and clean this water up so I don't get in any trouble. Because I know I'm going to be the one to get in trouble, not my brother. For me, because I'm the oldest. And the oldest is supposed to make sure that the youngest is safe and taken care of and nothing happens to him. You know how it goes. So I run to get this house, and at that point, it was too late. She was already in the house. And the young man across next door had just threw another bucket of water into like the yard, and it came in the door. My mother took me outside, and she whooped me with yet another extension cord. And she told me I was a whore. Of course, she didn't say whore, she said hoe. And all I want to do is play with some fucking boy. Y'all, I have to pause. Like I said, I don't want to have my emotions. Some things hurt. So, my youngest brother, he goofy little boy. He didn't say anything. He's 4 years younger than me, so he's like 6 now. Maybe he's still 5 and hadn't had a birthday yet. I don't know. But he's just goofy, and he wanted to make me smile. I just wanted to go in my room and cry. Um, whew, got an incline here, y'all. But following that, everybody that was in the back in the alleyway witnessed her whooping me with this extension cord, this white T-shirt that was wet, and calling me a hoe, telling them that I was hot. All I wanted to do was, whatever it was I wanted to do with boys. Um, that's what she said. It became a domino effect for me because as I had to go to school, I'm 5'8", and I've been about 5'6", 5'7", morning 5'8". I've just been at range 5'6" in the fourth grade, 5'7" in the fourth grade. Then all of a sudden I sprouted to 5'8", and this is where I've been. I have not grown anymore. um, it's been my height. So I was taller. If y'all remember, I said I was taller in kindergarten also. Kindergarten, first grade, I was taller than the other children. So here I am, taller than everybody else. My mother discovers that I can't read. And so she also let everybody know that, I was just a dummy, just stupid. And all I wanted to do was just play with boys, and I need to be somewhere trying to learn how to read a book. So she takes me to school. I went to Patton Elementary in Riverdale. And I was this kid who used to pick on me all the time. I don't remember his last name, but I know his first name was Norman. I couldn't stand Norman, okay? I don't know why he always wanted to bother me. And they would tell us back then, if boys bothered you, I walked through a spider web, y'all. If boys bothered you, it's because they liked you. I don't believe that. Um, you should be able to say you like a person, but not bother them. But he would pick on me. Well, this one particular day, somebody had told him to basically jump on my back, and so Norman did. He jumped on my back and held on to my eyes and covered my nose. I have asthma now. In my mama's house, anytime I couldn't breathe, I would have to sit down. My mama taught me how to be dramatic. That's what she taught me. She just taught me how to be dramatic because everything with her was over. Um, it was just an overkill. Like, she's having to have some time. Sit her down, get her water, put her head over the stove. Like, it was an overkill. Everything, but that was who she was. That's who she. She's deceased now. That was who she was, and that was her way of dealing with things. It was just her loving. On my other mama, my mother, figure it out. Figure it out, right? So I'm still fairly new here, and I don't really know how to respond. I haven't had an asthma attack, so I don't know how to respond to an asthma attack. And I'm like panicking because this boy's on my back, and he's covering my nose. I could breathe, I do believe, but I must have thought I couldn't. I don't know. Well, I reached behind me, pulled him over, and somebody said to hit him. That was it. I just fought. So I did. I fought him, and I did get the best of him. But it was three girls who didn't like me because I was tall. And that's what they said. And they thought I was older. Bullies is what we would call them now. So they jumped on me, scratched my face up really bad, and that was it. Right? So I go home, and my mother sees me. And my mother isn't afraid of anything or anyone. She's afraid of a lot of stuff. She just wouldn't tell us that, right? She was afraid. But when it came to taking care of her children, remind you, that's the one thing that she thinks she's supposed to do. That's her way of loving. So she sent my sister and my cousin out to get the girls as she went to get the mama. And my neighbor at the time took care of my face because they scratched my face up really, really bad. And so that was that, right? But that didn't have to happen because the entire time Norman was doing what he was doing, Norman was telling me, don't nobody care, you a hoe anyway. It was a domino effect from what my mother had said outside with everybody else. She had explained to everybody without explaining to them that I was dumb. I couldn't read. So my name became a local dummy. I was the LD. Look at that big LD. She a local dummy is, that's what LD means, was local dummy. They didn't say learning disability. She was in the LD class, which means learning disability. However, they named it local dummy. So here I am now. I become the local dummy, and everybody that would see me would call me a local dummy. So now, like I said, I'm in the survival mode. This doesn't stop with Ruby. Okay, that's my mama's name. It continues to keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Until finally I realized, don't hit me no more. Don't hit me no more. Don't talk crazy to me no more. I'm starting to develop a sense of strength of my own. So I'm not letting you hit me. I'm not letting you take your frustrations out on me. I'm not letting any of that happen. Um, I wasn't a bad kid though. As I reflect back, people made me out to be a bad person. I was a homebody. I like to be at home. I like to babysit. I like to play with other kids. I love babies. So I would like babysit everybody, baby. Um, I would cook because I love cooking breakfast. So I would cook breakfast for all the kids. Um, my favorite thing to eat is chicken, so I learned how to cook that, and I would cook it for everybody in the neighborhood. I like to be around people in a nice gathering. I didn't like, and I don't like confusion, and I don't like drama. I don't like it. Whether I be good at it or not, doesn't mean I like it. I realized that I didn't like it, and my mother was full of it. We called her Channel 9 and Channel 7 News. She would sit at that table and talk about everything and everybody, including us. And so I realized that wasn't something that I like. I prefer to stay to myself and do my own thing. So as time goes on, I start to separate myself from everyone. Now, reminds you all, I'm not writing a book, so there's no details here, right? There's no long story. I'm not giving you day in, day out information. I'm just giving you an understanding of who I am, where I come from. So now I'm in survival mode. Kids are picking on me. And I want kids to like me. I don't want drama. I don't want to fight. I found out I could fight, not just fight Norman. I had plenty of fights, okay? So I found out I could fight. That mean I wanted to fight. That saying when I got older, I learned nobody wins in a fight was so true. Because I felt bad afterwards. It didn't matter what other people thought. I still felt I still felt bad. And not only did I feel bad, but that's just what I was labeled. I was a I was a tough person. Everybody knew me for being able to fight. People respected me for being. Was that respect? No, it wasn't no respect. You know, so I created a bad image. Um, I was always fighting to the point when the police was called, they knew it was me they was coming to get. I have no discipline. I didn't respect authority. Um, so I have a lot of assault and battery on police officers because I would fight the police. I didn't care. I was angry. That was it. I was angry, and whoever could get it. I didn't care who got it and how they got it. You could get it. So those that I wanted to like me, though, I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight them. I wanted them to like me. I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be known. I wanted that. And so, it'd be young men that would be around. All the girls had boyfriends. So I figured, give me a boyfriend. There was one particular guy that I was just like crazy about. And I kept telling everybody that I was. And I wanted people to like me. So I lied a lot. I'm in the sixth grade at this time that I'm telling you about. So I'm 12 years of old, 12 years of age. We live in Markham, Illinois at this time. My stepfather brought a house so we can all have our own room. And I am no longer going to school with children who I know, because I was going to school with all the rest of the neighborhood kids in Markham where I live. But then they realized that I didn't fit in there, and they had a special ed program at another school. Now let me say this. When I got into this special ed class at this other school, this teacher, back then teachers was really teachers, okay? This teacher realized she can do the work. She's just not doing the work. Like there's something else going on. So they said, let's put on the basketball team. Remind you, I've been taught. Yes, I can play basketball. I love playing basketball. I will not watch it because, they be falling and stuff. Get y'all tails up. Like, play ball. I don't like to watch it. They too sensitive. But they said, let's put on the basketball team. Let's do something to catch her attention. So I go on the basketball team. I have a coach who went to Thornton, and he came after school and he would coach me because I didn't play with the team. I played with the junior high team. And so he was preparing me to be able to play with them because I could play. I could follow rules. I can follow that. What it was, though, is that we learned that if you fight me, I fight you back. But if you talk to me, I listen. I fight fire with fire. So if you fight me, I'm going to push back because I'm no longer afraid, and I'm coming into this person that I'm building up my own courage. But I'm still struggling, right? So there's these girls, and they so cute. Their hair always done. They got on their best clothes. We didn't have to wear a uniform then in the public system. They got on nice clothes. They so cute. I wanted them to like me. I wanted those girls to like me. So I told them about me having sex and had had sex, and I ain't scared to have sex, and I wanted to have sex with this particular boy because I thought that was gonna make them like me. If they look like they were having sex, right? So if I'm doing what they're doing, then they would take me in. I guess I guess that's what I was thinking. I don't know. Now, granted, I had already been penetrated. I still had never really actually had sex. So, what did I do? What did they do? They set up, and the guy kept saying, "Girl, go somewhere, sit down." He kept saying that. He's deceased now, but he kept saying that like, "Gone, gone, gone. You a little girl." But when they kept saying, "But she done already had sex," like it's fine. He was like, "All right, forget it." He wasn't that much older than me, but he was like, I was a little girl. I think he was 3 years older than me, but at that time he was older than me, right? And he did understand that I wasn't. I was still a little girl. I needed to go somewhere, sit down, play with a doll. He did understand that. He went to the junior high at this time, so that's how I seen him. So now I did it. I was late getting home. You all know what happened. I was really late getting home. My mama opened up the back curtain to the house. She was standing on the porch. She never would ask questions like quietly, "Where you been? What you been doing? Why it take you so long?" She's never done that. What she did instead was say, "What you been out there doing? Fucking?" That's all you gonna do. That's all you gonna ever be to a man is fucking come. Okay. Good morning. took me in the back, pulled down my pants, made me hold on to the speaker. No, back then we had them big tall speakers. Made me hold on to that speaker. She opened up the curtain. My neighbor across the street, I swear to this day I can't stand him, okay? That's my boy. He told on me every time. I guess word travel. We ain't had cell phones, but he had already told everybody that I was with the guy, because I guess the guy had told everybody in school, because he was also in junior high, that he was gonna do it. I don't know, but he already had knew. So they all ran around the back of the house where she had the window open, my pants down, and she just continued to hit me and hit me and hit me and hit me and hit me with the extension cord, telling me how worthless I was. Let some man, you know, do this and that to me, or I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, she just cursed me out. Okay. So now everybody knows for a fact, because my mother has told them for a fact, that I'm having sex. So now I'm just a whore of the neighborhood. That's me. I ain't having sex with anybody. After I had sex at one time, ironic, and had sex again since I was 16. But according to them, I was having sex. I wasn't. Um, you couldn't tell my mother that. Every guy that came around me, I was sleeping with. Every guy that looked at me, I was sleeping with. If anybody told her that I was sleeping with them, I was sleeping with them. I wasn't. I wasn't. Um, I even had guys, because they would be around me so much, that they would even say, "Yeah, I slept with her." Tell me in my face you slept with me. Tell me right here you did it.